There are 8 classes left, so here are the 8 students are attending today. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So here and today's new theme is American Lost Generation Literature of the 12th Century and Ernest Hemingway. We learn today the works of Ernest Hemingway. Okay. The last lesson we learned about Shakespeare's works and life. So I have prepared some cards and questions for you. This game is called The Present from Santa. There are some questions and you have to choose and answer the question. There are also another card which is the present without any question. There's so many. Are you ready for answers?
Yes.
Sabina?
So, who was the Shakespeare's wife? Shakespeare's wife was Anne Hathaway, and they got married in 1582.
All right. Thank you. For you?
Thank you so much.
What is Shakespeare's most famous quote? It's from Hamlet, and it's to be or not to be. That's the question.
Yes, perfect. For you?
What was the name of Shakespeare's father? His name was John Shakespeare.
Right.
What was the name of Shakespeare's mother? Shakespeare's mother was Mary Ann.
Yes.
Right.
What is the name of the Shakespeare's daughter who survived to adulthood? Shakespeare had 3 children, but survived in the adulthood. The daughter named is Susan.
How many children did Shakespeare have? He has 3 children.
And 2 of them are daughters. Yes.
What's the famous comedy by Shakespeare? The Comedy of Errors. It was famous among the other comedies.
And the Midnight Summer, yeah?
Yes. Midnight Summer's Dream.
Why is Shakespeare called the Bard of Avon? He was born and lived in Avon, England. How many plays did Shakespeare write? He has 39 plays.
39 places. Where's the golden ticket?
Teacher, I remember.
Yeah, you are there. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh.
Presents for you from
Congratulations. What historical play is written by Shakespeare? Shakespeare wrote 10 historical plays, but one of them was Hamlet, which was famous.
Thank you very much. It's for you. And the next activity is presentation. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's ready for the lesson?
We are.
Teacher, we have prepared movies from the previous lessons.
Yes.
Please. Oh, after the presentation.
Okay.
So, good morning, guys. As you know, we have been studying our literature class more than a month. That is why today's theme is American Lost Generation Literature of 20th Century and Ernest Hemingway and his contribution to the literature. So, I'm your today's presenter. My name is Sabina Suyarba, and my partner here, Zarifa Ulinova. So, our presentations, contents, we explore the themes in Hemingway's work and their significance in American literature. And second is impact of the World War and the Lost Generation writers. And third one is comparative analysis of Hemingway and his significance in American literature. So let's get started then. First of all, let me give you a brief information about Ernest Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway was born in America in 1899 in Chicago, and he started writing novels and stories at his early age. That is why his impact for the literature that was so incredible. And then he was from the nature. He was really adventurous. He was really adventurous. That's why he lived more than 10 countries and cities, for example, Paris, Africa, and others. And also, he got married 4 times. So let me look through his contribution to the history, to the literature. And Hemingway's literature explores the key themes that reflects the literature. For example, one of them is war. As you notice that lots of his work, they explore the war and its impact on people's life and the society and literature. For example, in A Farewell to Arms, the brutality and cruelty of the war that impacts people's living. For example, some people lost their loved ones, they lost their father and their brother. And second one is love. Love is portrayed complex and often tragic in both The Sun Also Rises and Farewell to Arms. And also romantic relationships by challenges reflecting the emotional scars left by war and personal loss. If you imagine during the World War I, there were some people, they were just trying to survive, not just because of the war, because of the emotional stress and also mentally and physically. That is why those times he tried to cover the old literature with his work and love and war. And the third one is existentialism. Hemingway's work often delve into the existential questions. For example, why we war like that? For example, who started the war? Why people are killing each other? Why people are acting like this way? For example, if you imagine during the World War, people couldn't feel anything. For example, even they lost their loved ones, they couldn't feel anything. They were just, they couldn't express their emotion physically or mentally. They were just, their mind filled with stress and depression because of the consequences of the war and their action. And the significance of war in Hemingway's narratives. For example, as you know, Hemingway started his career for just writing narratives and stories at his early age. And war plays a critical role in Hemingway's narratives, particularly in works like A Farewell to Arms.